Welcome to Shade
Get
and the
in the
City.
city.
I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are going to get into, of course, the 90-day fiance. Why did it do that? I'm just trying to get this thing kind of out of my face a little bit. Okay, that helps. So yeah, y'all, we're doing the 90-day fiance. This is season 11, episode, don't get me lying. 4. Yes, it's 4. And it's something about love.
Love is the absence of judgment.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button for us.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and yeah, let's do the thing. Let's get shady. I ain't got nothing to clip, but you know.
Me.
All right, y'all. So we start off this episode with none other than Juan and Jessica.
She
Okay.
was on my nerves this episode.
Who, Jessica?
Yes.
Or her friend, because her friend got on my nerves.
Oh,
So anyway,
her friend too.
yeah.
Well, actually, it wasn't this episode that she got on my nerves. It was the clip for next episode that got on my nerves.
She just got on my nerves. So I get it, stick up for your friend, that's what you're supposed to do.
Why are you in tears and your whole friend ain't?
That part. So Jessica gets up and decides that she's gonna make Juan soggy eggs and a banana look nasty as all get out. She lets us know that there wasn't much privacy the night before, which we all know that because the kids are in earshot and the baby was in the bed with them. So finally they get some time alone because I guess she showed us her parents. She ends up showing him her parents' house later on. So we do know her parents was around. So why they couldn't stay with them the night before?
I thought maybe was the kids at school or something?
No, because they ended up going out that night. So it makes me think that the parents are watching them this scene while they're filming because they spent the day going around and then they went out that night to meet up with her friends. That's just my thought. So anyway, or maybe they had the kids pick them up from school, whatever the case may be. Because even if we know David ain't in no school.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he could be in daycare.
Anyway, I'm gonna show
if she did take him to the parents' house, she could have been took him to the parents' house. I was trying to give it a benefit of the doubt, and maybe
that's what I'm saying. That's why
it was at school, and it
didn't make sense to me either. Okay, so anyway, so then they finally decide they're gonna lay in the bed and snuggle. Juan is realizing that their sex life is gonna be much different from the time on the cruise ship. She wants to take him out and show him around the main town. No, I ain't even gonna hold you. I kind of like Juan. Not only, it's the eyes, but he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He said,
I'm a sucker for somebody that's funny.
He said, I feel like I'm in a retirement home myself.
He is hilarious. So was that him or was that the other girl?
What?
That said felt like they were in a retirement home.
No, that was Juan.
Oh, no. What it was for me when Juan said, welcome to Wyoming, where he said, no, welcome to Torrington. And he did the whole little commercial. I said, yo.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
All right. But yeah, so she takes him around.
Where he came from, there's energy. And he said, moving to this small town is like a retirement.
There is none. So yeah, she takes him to the main town. I think they have 6 restaurants, she said. I ain't gonna get into the variety because it ain't much. And so basically Juan is like, getting off a cruise ship, you're at a port. There's several options, different places that you can go out, and that's what he's accustomed to. And so obviously he realizes that he's going to get tired of eating the same thing, and so he clearly needs to learn how to cook. And so to Nelson's point, he does say it does give a little bit of nursing home tease. And then, he does his little commercial, which was super cute. And he's like, it's one movie theater that shows old movies, but some people love the classics. I said, He said there's a lot of cows. And then this is what blew me. She did annoy me in this scene when
Mm-hmm.
she tries to convince him that
Mm-hmm.
living in Torrington is just like living on the cruise ship. And he's like, no, it's like, different
I see different
people.
people all the time. On top of that, you make different stops and you're going to different islands.
Right.
You get to see different places
Right.
and see different cultures.
And she's like, well, I don't know all 6,000 people in Torrington. I don't know that person across the street. And he was like, I love when he was.
I love the fact that he didn't like go back and forth with her though. He was just like, okay, everybody knows she's wrong clearly except for her, but
Right.
really he's like, this isn't helping. Like you doing this is not helping. But he didn't go back and forth with her like no boo.
You know what? I can commend him for that, but I ain't even gonna hold you. I love that he called it out in confessional. It was like she's just wrong, basically. So yeah, so Jessica and Juan, they decide to meet up with her friends so they can
ain't nobody walking around them streets in no thongs and no
right,
bathing suits.
right.
That's what you can see on a cruise.
Well, that part. So they decide to meet up with her friends so they can interrogate him. That's just basically what it is. She knows her friend Megan got some smoke for him, and is basically gonna give him the business when she see him. So she lets him know that Megan is coming, and apparently she done already forewarned him. And so he's like, well, I don't really want to see Megan. She's kind of a negative Nancy, and that ain't really my cup of tea. Megan thinks that he cheated. And so he says that because of that, their relationship hasn't been the same since. So yeah, then they go to the bar, to the dive bar, which I thought was cute. Her trying to explain to him what that meant.
She's like a hole in the wall.
Right.
I told you, all these expressions. He said, you ain't tell me that one.
Yeah, he said you didn't put that on the list.
Put that on the list.
And so she introduces them to all the friends. Juan wants I did think it was cute that one of the friends, even if he only said hola, just the fact that he tried, I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
Then they go as far as to do something about Rocky Mountain oysters, which are supposed to be the balls of a bull.
I was waiting for them to say it was a joke.
I was waiting for them to say that too. I was waiting for them to say it's just chicken nuggets.
And then when he said it tastes like chicken nuggets, I was like, okay.
Right. So I was waiting for them to drop it.
Chicken nuggets, ha 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 ha. And they ain't say nothing. I said, oh, that was for real.
I don't know why I don't ever Google before we get us up here on this camera. Rocky Mountain oysters. I'm gonna see if that's really a thing. Oh no, it's a thing. It's bull testicles, deep fried after being skin coated in flours and seasonings. Your face. Okay, so that's a thing. Let us know, Shade Squad. Drop in the comments. Have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters? No judgment here. Okay.
She listens and she doesn't judge. I can't say the same for me.
I listen and I don't judge. I advocate. So he feels pressured. He does it. Megan sits next to Juan and lets him know that she wants to talk to him about him possibly cheating on Jessica on the cruise. She wants answers, and that's when I said I don't like you because he don't owe you. And if
on top of that, if he's here clearly because of her, she clearly accepted it.
Right.
So who are you?
That part, boo boo. So that really irritated me about her. And basically, I love when Juan responded, well, I just feel like that's my private business. And it is. That's between me and Jessica and my family. And they got nothing to do with you. And she's
the fact
like,
that Jessica just sat there and didn't say nothing.
Right. And she's like, well, I'm invested. And, because I was there.
Who told you to be invested?
Right.
Maybe you should invest.
And she's like, I just want to make sure that you're going to be there for her the same way that she would be there for you. And then she's like, and you still didn't answer my question about what happened on the cruise.
And I'm not going to. I wish you.
And so finally, Juan was like, yeah, I messed up. And honestly, at that point, I was waiting for him to say, nah, I'm just messing with you.
No, he said he cheated. He said he cheated. But clearly it didn't move Jessica because she already knew. So now what?
Right. That's why I was like, you giving him a lot of, smoke.
And then the fact that she started crying and the clip for the next episode. Why are you so upset? And his whole girlfriend right next to him ain't.
Right. That's a problem. All right, let's get into this. Woo! I told you Lucille was gonna be a problem.
That's Miss Lucille. That's
Miss Lucille,
Miss.
Miss Lucille. Forgive me.
So Joan and Greg is up next. Okay.
Hmm. I like Joan. She's so sweet too.
Yes, she is. She is. She ain't so outspoken like some of these other folks.
Right.
So they did get to sleep in the bed together. Greg is excited that he finally gets to wake up next to her. He said it is the best feeling he's ever had. I thought it was kind of weird that his mom, Miss Lucille, was outside the window mowing the lawn and literally only said hi to Greg.
Right.
You noticed that?
She's not. She don't like her. I'm sorry. I
Like,
don't know
man,
if
she
anybody
just got
else keeps that. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go off camera because I'm trying to get my diffuser going. It's a part of my piece, my shadiness, my vibe while I'm up here. I gotta have all the bells and whistles going. But no, that mama don't like her. And I don't think she dislikes her for any particular reason outside of the fact that it's just someone who is taking her son's attention away. And she's used to being the woman in his life.
I
That's
thought
what
that
that
was
gives
so
me.
nasty. You know that they in the room together. You see them both through the
Right.
window. From hi, Greg. You can just say hi.
Right.
So, he said that he didn't disrespect his mom. They didn't do anything the prior night, but he said his mama need to go see her friends out in Florida. Okay, she needs to take a vacation so they can have a house to themselves.
And she won't because she don't want you doing it in her house.
Exactly. Joan told him that she's concerned about the lack of privacy and it makes her feel like, she has to be perfect with everything. And she would feel more comfortable getting their own home. He told her, yeah, it's at the top of my priority list. But renting here ain't like renting in Uganda where you pay $300 or $400 a month. It's quadruple that over here in this
But
US today.
we said this last recap. I'm gonna give him all those things.
But if you know that, why'd you turn down the job, you big dummy?
Great points.
I'm sorry, is that what you was gonna say? You was gonna say something.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. You took the words out my mouth.
So then he goes downstairs to see, his mom made some breakfast. And then she asked, where Joan was. She almost flipped her. Okay. When she found out that Joan was taking another shower. She's again? But why? She took a shower last night. Well, there goes my water bill. I'm gonna have to put a timer on it.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this. Joan, even though I do think Lucille is, being very expressive, okay? At the end of the day, she has a son that she enables, and that is her fault. But Joan also realizes that she's with a man that is pretty much a big ass kid.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I think just as women, you have to know when you're in another woman's space. Yeah, they're looking to see how you treated, and yeah, if he ain't got no job and he done turned down a job, he ain't paying nothing. Y'all eating my food,
Well,
y'all doing.
she just found out about that.
Right, but do you understand what I'm saying? So
I wish she would have came to visit, like got some type of
right,
where she could have came to visit first.
right.
Making
Because
all
I don't know if they would be getting married.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like a smart girl, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if maybe because now she's in America, like she gets a cut of the check or whatever. But at the end of the day, I would have left already. Just based off this situation, all he had to do was tell me he didn't accept that job, and you ain't got nothing else
But
going
I
on.
love you.
No, and then say it's because I just want to be up under you and spend time with you
In your mama house, so you can do that when you get off of work, homie. I'll be here.
right.
So then he said, in Uganda, they don't always have hot water. So, he's sure she's taking cool showers. His mom was like, oh, well, we got the pool for that. Man.
That is crazy. You know what? I said Joan is a smart girl, but now I just thought about something. He absolutely let us know that he was candid with her. And she absolutely knew his situation. Now,
Not about
maybe
him taking a job.
no, not about him not taking the job, but she knew she lived with his mama. So
Yes.
there were very much red flags that should have
She knew
kept her
that he
from
lived
bringing
with
her
his
butt over
mom.
here.
She knew that he lived with his mom, but I think she thought that they would be getting their own place soon.
He
Like
doesn't
this,
work.
huh?
He doesn't work.
So when he said
That's what, like,
well,
that's
no,
why I'm like, okay, I have
when
to,
he said
again, y'all know I like to play advocate, so I got to argue
no, no,
both
no.
sides.
When he
I
said
like Joan, but something
so
ain't adding up.
no, when he said to her that I turned down the job, I'm assuming that just like his mom knew, Joe knew that there was this job that he could possibly be getting for
Right.
New York State. And normally they pay pretty well.
I was gonna say,
You
I'm
know what I
pretty
mean?
sure when
So yes, he was not working. She knew he was not working and living at home with his mom. But I think that in her mind, she was thinking that, he has this opportunity, he's close to getting it. And then when she gets there, she finds out that he turned it down. So I think she knew about the job opportunity, but
and
she
then it
didn't know
makes
he
me
turned it
wonder
down.
who's paying for her K1. Because that's not cheap. It makes me wonder who's paying for her K1. And if his mama
Or he got
sponsored,
it. I mean, what?
if his mama is her sponsor.
Mm, well, I think she would have to be, right?
If you don't have no money, that's the only way you can is you get somebody to sponsor, saying that they'll, God forbid,
And that
y'all
would
don't
be
work.
easy, I would think, if she's gonna be living in her house.
I don't know. It just makes me wonder, unless she paid for it for herself, like for herself to come over here. That's why I said it's so many questions now. I'm looking at her differently. Like, girl, I see why you was crying as soon as you got in the car, because you knew you had made a big mistake.
You done messed up, child. You done messed
Right.
up.
I'm sorry.
Well, his mom said, he really don't pay anything. He just keeps food coming in the house. Then when they sat down for breakfast, the dog kept on jumping on Joan. And, his mom was like, you don't like dogs? She's like, yeah, I'm really not used to them because this ain't common in my country. Okay, we don't do none of this. Then Joan asked about the showers and asked her how many does she take a day?
You mean
I'm sorry,
Lucille?
Lucille asked Joan. Yes. Joan said, yeah, maybe like 3, but they're not long and they're like mild showers. Basically, not. I'm not using like too much hot water. Okay. Then she talks about how
I would be damned if I'm about to explain to somebody my shower routine and whether it's mild or hot or
she
lukewarm.
remember when she said something the night before? I said, because she think about the bill. Because that boy don't
Yeah.
pay nothing. He don't pay a damn thing. And now you bringing somebody else in here to freeload off of me. So yeah, she basically explains, how that can make the bill go up. And then she tells this lady, I don't think you need to take more than a 10-minute shower. Joan basically said, over in my country, it's hot. Okay.
Right.
And I like to feel fresh and clean when I get up in the morning, when I go to bed. I like to take at least 2 showers a day. I don't know how you Americans over here do it. But me here, I like to be clean. It ain't Americans, it's different people.
The others.
Different people.
But I think too that from what she was saying, yeah, like it's hot, but I think she also mentioned like most of us go everywhere by car.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you have AC, you have, all those things. Whereas I'm not going to assume they're on foot, but maybe they don't have
Well,
air conditioning in there. You know what I mean?
I did hear her when she said that, but I ain't at that because Joan ain't go nowhere. She went from the airport to the house by car, took a shower, woke up in the morning and took a shower. So
That's
really,
true.
I mean, that I hear you, girl, but you just like to be clean.
You said, I hear you, girl.
But you just like to be clean, and that's okay. We cool with that. It's cool. We get it. 2
Look,
showers a day is
we
fine.
listening and we not
They
judging.
I judge, but I am okay with you being clean. Ain't nothing wrong with it, girls. All
You're
right.
cool. All
So
right.
then Greg basically says, look, let's put it all on the table. So then yes, the mama mentions that there's a water bill, electric bill, and she wants Jones to help Greg keep his room clean. And she like, yeah, I ain't come here to do what you do, basically. Okay. She said, I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, but it would be nice, if y'all had your own place because it's always nice starting out. And Joan said, yeah, I can't wait for that. Okay. But she said, his room will work for now. She said Miss Lucille does everything for Greg, and if she's gonna be his wife, he gonna need to grow the hell up because that ain't her. That ain't her MO. So he takes her to an American grocery store for the first time. She said, this is like a mall. This supermarket is like a mall up in here. Okay. Now I did notice she drinks the okra water. Did you notice?
No, I didn't.
She grabbed the okra and said, yeah, because I drink okra water.
Oh, I missed that part.
Oh, goodness. So, but she is realizing how expensive America is because she like these prices are astronomical. Okay. And she said she don't know how they gonna live in America with it being so expensive. And all this man want to do is spend. He ain't even got no budget. He said, when I see stuff, I just buy it. Because you ain't got no bills to pay. Like his mama said, he just keep food in the house. So she wanted to talk about the future, and then he let her know that he did decline his state job. This man said, with you coming, I want to be able to spend time with you, and he thinks that there's going to be more opportunities in the future. And then, it's not something I'm passionate about, sir. A lot of us are not passionate about our job, but it pays the bills. We have no choice because we need our bills paid.
Woo, that's a word.
We
Say
make
it for the people in the back.
We make sacrifices.
Amen.
At least until we can have a job that's our passion. You don't just be a big old dummy and don't make no money because you can't do your passion. And yeah, so she's getting emotional, realizing she's engaged to a big old dummy.
Big dummy.
Big dummy. She told him, she's happy being with him, but she needs to feel secure. And she don't want to wake up one day on the streets and have no food on the table. This man said, listen, one thing I can assure you, I will always have food on the table. By the hook,
I can promise you that.
He said about a hook, about a crook, I'm gonna have food on the table. Okay. You ain't got to worry about that. So she was like, so are you saying
you gonna have some bread?
Yeah. So she said, are you saying I'm secure? And he's like, yeah, girl, you secure. Because you gonna always eat. Messing with me. All right. And she tells him, listen, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Okay. Just trying to get out, how I feel. And he says, yes, I know you wasn't trying to be malicious. And I'm sure she's definitely feeling like he definitely should have took that job, especially when she sees that little bit of food that they got at checkout cost $70. And she's like, over in Uganda, it would never, ever. I think she said the okra was like $4 or $5 and it would be a few cents in Uganda.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big difference.
Huge difference. And in New York. So
child. Well, I mean, clearly Mama got it. Where they said they at Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into our newest couple, Shawn and Alliya. So all right, let's start off. We see Shawn. Shawn is 62. Alliya's 25. We see them. They're sitting at the table having a discussion. They give us a fast. What did the market call it? I don't like that they did that either.
That was stupid because now we're sitting here.
I'm not even interested in watching them.
Like, okay, we know that she goes for her interview. Clearly, she gets it because they had a whole wedding. Like, I'm like you just told us the whole story. Like, why would you do that? And look, I was confused. Look, when it came on after commercial, and I was like, did I accidentally fast forward? Where the hell I ain't even get no story, no backstory, or nothing on these people.
Right. So then they do a fast forward moment where we see them. He's upset because it looks like he was left at the altar waiting for her. Alliya said that she froze because she was overwhelmed by all these thoughts about being in the country alone and feeling uncertain about, her new life. And so then we flash back to 3 months prior. So 90 days where we see, Alliya, she's in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Alliya was born male, but has always felt like a woman. She's moving to Hollywood, California to be with her fiance, Shawn. Shawn apparently has been into hair and makeup for 35 years. He has a huge Hollywood Hills home. He likes to spend
some coins.
Okay. He spends a lot of time at auctions, and I feel like anytime you auction anything, it ain't cheap. Okay. I ain't gonna.
Who didn't he have? Whose dress was that he had? I want to say Barbara Streisand. Was that who it was?
It might have been something like that. I think it was, but I don't remember the
Somebody
name.
super famous. Got
So he said that he was married before for 14 years and he raised 3 kids. He says that he got divorced in 2022, and since then he's been identifying as gay. So he met
whoa,
Aliyah
whoa. He got divorced in when?
2020. It's my
Oh,
note.
oh, I thought you said 2022.
Oh, maybe I did say. My apologies. I might have said
Oh,
2020. I meant
oh,
2020.
okay, okay.
I
And
meant
he
2020. That's what I meant. He got divorced in 2020. My apologies.
okay, because I was about to say it sounded like a little crossover here.
No, no,
What's
no. And so then, yeah, he met Aaliyah online, and they started traveling
in
after the
2020?
what?
He met Aaliyah online in 2020.
Oh, did he?
This is why that's why when you said 2022, I was like, what? But yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
okay. Well, he got okay. So he got divorced in 2020, and he apparently met Aaliyah in 2020,
during the pandemic. Well, I mean, I guess at that point he was separated. So
and
I guess
everybody was doing it. Everybody was.
said it. She said
Everybody was doing it.
everybody was doing it.
It was the fad, you know. Um.
Oh gosh.
So yeah. So basically, after the demic, they started traveling together. Based on the story that Shawn gives us, it sounds like he gave Aaliyah slash Douglas, which is her birth name, or what she was born at, the name she was born with, basically a safe space to be herself, which I liked. Apparently, Aaliyah talks about how, always feeling more feminine and just, wanting to be in that space, and basically how Shawn allowed her to be able to dress up and do that
I
and
think
encouraged her to do
he
so.
said that he got her first wig, right?
Right. Right. So I
But
thought that was
I don't. But the way Shawn gives me the vibe that, like he didn't say it, but he gives me the vibe that he prefers her as Douglas.
I was just about to say that. So the thing about this relationship is Shawn talks about mourning the loss of Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked Douglas, and I don't think he minds. He doesn't want
Because he
to.
wants to support her.
Right, he wants to support her, but at the same time, and that's probably an off-camera conversation, but I just wonder, he he clearly he identified as gay. So I think that he wanted to be with a male, and now that she wants to be a female, regardless of whether she's actually medically transitioned, I think that that's messing with him.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'm wrong. So yeah. So then we see him, he's setting up a crate for this new pet, because she ain't never had one. Um, and he's concerned about the visa interview, and the fact that they may deny her because she may come in dressed as a woman. He says that they've applied for several different visas before, student visas and travel visas and all types of the stuff, and they've been denied. So basically, he said if this one don't work, they're tapped out. So she links up with her friend
Did they say his name? I didn't think they said his name.
Vincenzo.
Oh, they did say his name.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
beach Shinzo at the beach. Okay, and she talks about her concern on whether she's basically going back and forth about the same thing, whether she goes to the interview as a man or a woman. And he obviously sympathizes with her because it must suck to not be able to be yourself or show up as yourself, right? And so apparently they've grown up together, and he says he's witnessed how people kind of look at her and disgust, and and she has to deal with the aggressive cat calling. So and Aaliyah says that she has issues with rejection and people not accepting her, obviously. And so she promised herself that when she transitioned, she was never going to go back. And so then basically, to make a long story short, we see her going into her interview, and she's decided that she's going as Aaliyah, and that's what she's gonna do. And Shawn calls, and they're both nervous about it. And I mean, obviously, to Nelson's point, it ain't even got nothing to do with the situation, more the fact that you gave us the story. So there really is no point in us even following them.
Mm-hmm.
You're bad, TLC. All right. Bet you won't do that again. Go ahead. Stevi Madhi.
Stevi and Madhi. So they finally get back to her house, and he said, "I done looked up this house so many times on Google Maps. It's giving stalkerish a little bit, just a little bit." And
Right.
then he walks into the house and sees paintings of boobs everywhere. He said, "It's really hard to see it in the house because, coming where he's from, you get
Right.
arrested for having a picture of a naked girl." Okay. Then the cat comes to greet his ass, and he is completely freaked out. He said, "This is his first
I
time touching."
understood him wholeheartedly.
No, Trace, his was different. His is different. Like he said, this is his first time ever touching a cat. Okay, he's worried about the cleanliness of the cat. It says that he need to go wash his hands. He said in Iran, the cats, they stay outside. His mom always told him that if he touches a cat, he'll get sick. And she got sick by a cat when she was pregnant with him.
Mm.
This is some trauma for your ass. Okay. He is definitely afraid of this damn cat. So he said he don't know how the hell he gonna live with this cat. Okay. And he realizes he's still like, oh, okay. Then he sees a picture of himself naked on a nightstand, also still surrounded by boobs. And he said he's trying to see it as art, but it just don't make no sense to him. And it makes him wonder if Stevie's into women. Especially since she told him that she doesn't like men or like to be close to them or paint them. He said if this woman tells him that she's bisexual, he's gonna feel like he got catfish and he's gonna lose trust for her. Then I thought it was hilarious the next day, So she asked him what he's gonna wear, and he pulls out this flannel shirt, and she told him, it's a flannel button up, and he's like, he could not pronounce this to save his life.
Oh,
He said, no,
flannel. Yeah,
yeah,
that was funny.
he said, no, you saying it like Southern English. Say it like normal English.
Right.
He's telling her she wrong in the way she's saying it. Then he said he's scared as hell in his house because it reminds him of the houses in the scary movies, and it's really not helping with this damn cat running around the house. I did think it was hilarious. Also watching them drive to town, and she's explaining how to use the turning lanes, and he is just amazed. He's like, "We don't have this in Iran. This is like totally different rules."
I forgot what else was he amazed by. Oh, that the stop signs. He was like, "We don't have
Yeah,
stop
he's like, "We
signs."
don't have stop signs."
I said,
Uh,
"Damn!" He makes me feel like he's whatchamacallit, Little Mermaid.
like he's Little Mermaid,
Yeah,
a
like he's
whole new world.
Ariel. Yeah. Well, he's like a fork. What is
Yeah,
this thing? What is this thing on my bobber?
a dingle hopper.
Right.
um so then they're walking through town, and he said, these little stores look like decorations for a movie. And then she lets him know that she has to drop a bomb on him. And she's like, all that time I was telling you that my dad knew about you and knew about our relationship. Yeah, he didn't. I lied to you, Buki. And I just told him like a few days ago. So he's like, okay, you had a whole year to tell him, and this is not making sense to me. She said that her dad was going through a lot, and she didn't know if he would be accepting of him, and she was afraid of that. And he's like, you really made this a difficult situation for me because I was excited to meet your dad. Now I'm super nervous. And she told him, and he told her that you just made it like where I feel like I only have this one time to meet him and make him feel good about me. And she basically is like, yeah, that's not it, but that's it. So
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's it. Daddy already don't like you.
Ugh.
He seems like we only seen him on the screen for a few episodes, but I mean, from what I can see, he seems like a real genuine nice guy. So
Who?
Marty,
Marty?
yeah, not the daddy. I mean Marty.
Oh, I was gonna say. All right, let's get into the throuple of it all. I'm sorry, I ain't got much for you on this.
I wish you could see my notes for them.
I literally have two sentences,
Literally,
maybe
all I have
three.
is they all met up at the festival and is hugging and kissing and groping, and I could never, ever, ever.
Well, mine say Amani and Matt go to the Day of the Dead event. They find each other, they slob each other down. Um, and then they start talking to random people about their lifestyle. And Amani likes to be very public with her love, and she doesn't care. And then they talk about wanting to bring their families together. Very similar.
Did you see the preview for for this one?
Oh,
And
the
then
next one, yeah, when she about to get upset, because
they did it without her. Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
she
Girl,
fell asleep.
that's how it work, girl. That's how it be, girl. That's how it be. So I
Okay.
wonder if she was in the same bed. She had to be. There was only one bed, right? They like did it right next to her. Child. Ain't
Look,
no,
she was asleep.
ain't no way, no way. Mm-mm.
Look, you
Steve,
wouldn't have been involved anyway. You would have been just sleep. You wouldn't have remembered it no way the next day. Girl, just go to
and who
sleep.
want to wake up to that? Wake up to child. Listen, this is how people end up on snaps.
This is true.
First 48, okay?
And it's funny, I literally and Snap just come on.
For real. All right. So next up is Mark and Mina. Now, after this girl made this man sleep in another room, sleep on the couch, I don't know where she made him sleep, but she said, not in here, not in this bed, not with me. Okay. He tries to warm her up with a cup of cappuccino. She really ain't trying to hear it. She said she's still pissed at him and he apologized. She said, I lost my country. I came here and everybody in your family hates me. And he said, well, no, don't nobody hate you. Okay. Including Jordan.
Nobody hates you.
Yeah, right. They just
We
don't
just
like
don't like you.
just don't like you. They don't want nothing to do with you. He said even Jordan don't like you. I'm sorry, Jordan. Even Jordan don't hate you. Okay. And he said y'all just need to spend some time together and everything will be fine. Now he thought it would be a good idea to invite people from the neighborhood over so she can meet them and give them a chance. And she agreed to try again. Then some of the neighbors came over. One of the neighbors came over with some cupcakes with American flags saying, welcome to America in a Spanish accent. I said, yo, ignorant ass. Turn the hell back around and go home.
You stupid.
That shit pissed me off.
I could tell.
That shit aggravated the hell out of me. Take your ass back home. Mina said she had, you know what? I know Mina probably rubs a lot of people the wrong way, but I just love how unfiltered she is. I think that's what it is. I really like how unfiltered she is.
I mean, I guess I could see it, but
Well, Mina said, well, nobody there. Okay. Yeah, Mina said, ain't nobody there under the age 50 or 60. Okay. She said Mark is the youngest one here.
I love when the lady said, it's plenty of ladies here. They're in the crochet and knitting.
Said, no. She said, I don't want none of that. No parts of that. Mina told his neighbor that she's from a city where she can go outside, walk the baby in a stroller. It ain't no place like that here. She said, oh yeah, girl, yeah, it is. I got a dog stroller. I can come over here, meet up with you. You put the baby in the stroller and we can go for a walk. And then told her, that there's other ladies in the neighborhood that they like to cook and crochet and knit. Mina said, absolutely not for me. No. She said, but I like that martini. Okay. What?
Was it just me? And I know I misunderstood it, but that probably would have got me in trouble. Because when she said, oh, I have a stroller, I walk my dog in the stroller, and we can go walking and you can bring the baby. I said, did you really just offer to put that baby in your dog's stroller?
I didn't think she meant her dog stroller. I thought she meant because she don't got no baby. I thought
that's why I heard it at first, and then I had to be like, that they would never be that stupid to actually let her say that.
I think because remember she was telling her she needs to get a dog.
Right.
And I think she was saying, I'm gonna walk my dog in my dog stroller and you walk your baby in your stroller. And I can show you like paths and stuff where to walk the baby. I don't think she was saying put your baby in my dog stroller.
Okay.
I mean, but after the flags and the welcome to America, I don't know. But apparently, Martini Pat is a real one. So
okay, I would be me and Martini Pat would be chilling. I would
like
just,
Martini
for
Pat.
every ignorant thing she said, just to hand me another
maybe
martini.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe she not like the ignorant ones. Okay. But yeah, she said she likes Martini Pat. She says she's a very elegant and refined woman. So maybe she not ignorant so much. But she said, she don't need no dog, she don't need no garden or no crochet. She said, I ain't retired. Like I think it's like stuff like I just like it's just funny to me. So Pat told her, you here with a 2-year-old, Mark is gonna be traveling, like you got to make a life for yourself. And she said, I'm trying to make another baby, but apparently this man need authorization from Jordan. So they said Jordan and Mark are really close and he has to keep her happy. She said, it's not Jordan's decision, it's mine. Okay. So Pat explains to her that, he's a people pleaser. And, in that world, somebody loses. Okay. And she said, this is absurd. I don't know why I feel like I'm in a relationship with Mark and Jordan. Now she feeling like she made a mistake moving here to America. So Mark and Mina, they finally made up over and over again, apparently.
And he decides to take them hiking, yeah.
He finally got some, and she's completely embarrassed, and worried about his mom watching this on TV. He's like, I'm grown. You grown, but you
need your daughter's acceptance, right?
Then they went to take Maria out, and she said, I'm tired. You wouldn't let me sleep last night. I know what that be like. I know what that'd be like. But he older. He probably took a pill. So they went hiking to a picnic spot. She said, I don't know why Mark thinks I like hiking. Why he thinks I like hiking. That's good for the people that like nature, but for me, it's like, okay, next.
I was gonna say she doesn't. When he said it, I was like, that don't look like something. That looks like something you like doing. You done already scared her off when you said something about bears. She's not interested in that. She want to go shopping somewhere for real, not these general stores that you taking her to.
Exactly. He told her that he's still worried about her and Jordan, and he wants to resolve it as soon as possible, and doesn't want any drama at the wedding. She said, is it possible she ain't gotta come? He's like, absolutely not. That's my daughter. Okay.
Right.
He told her that they need to have a conversation, and she doesn't feel like it's up to her to talk to Jordan. She said that's his daughter, not mine. And he said that, she just wants to know that, she really loves him, and, she's here for the right reasons. She's concerned that she just wants to come here to the US to marry him and, have his money. She said, sir, I am from Paris. We have the Eiffel Tower.
Right.
Great croissants. She ain't say it, but probably great cappuccino because she ain't like the one that he made. Okay. Right. And she said, I'm not about to lose my friends over one American green card. Okay. He said, listen, I know that. Okay. But they don't. Okay. So please just give it another chance. And she said, listen, for you, I will. Okay. One more try. One more chance. And that is it.
Yeah. So we think. But we all know they won't.
For this episode. Child shit. It looked like she kind of went in on the daughter next episode. Next episode looked like it's gonna be a lot.
Well, I think the daughter also tried it too. I think that she says it more. Well, she says what she wants to say to her dad, but that's her dad. And he gonna love her regardless because that's his daughter. But I think the way she comes across when talking to Mina, yeah, when they get by themselves, oh, absolutely. I would, if I was Mina, I would tell her how I feel while your father's not around. I would absolutely let you know. And I love the fact that she say it to her husband too, but still. You got me messed up. But anyway, y'all let us know what you think about this episode of 90 Day Fiancé. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit the like button for us.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure that you guys are subscribed.
And make sure you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the Blue Sky, TikTok, IG, and Facebook. And yeah, we'll catch you next week for another recap of the 90 Day Fiancé. Have a good night.
Good night.